All right, back on the Chris Beckham Show on this Friday afternoon. Once again, outside is a beautiful day, and this should be a fairly nice weekend. Outside right now, 71 degrees. A chance at some showers late tomorrow night, about 30% chance, but should be very nice. Hope you get outside and enjoy the nice weather and get some exercise. And speaking of exercise, this is the time of year when we see a lot of people rededicate themselves to getting in better shape and putting some years on their lives, and that's a good thing. We want you to do that, and we want you to do it the right way. Joining us this afternoon from Anytime Fitness, the 5 Points location, Erica Gatzmeyer, the owner of Anytime. Erica, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great, and we appreciate you coming in today because generally people think of New Year's resolutions, and I know getting into better shape is always a popular one. Do you guys see that as well at Anytime?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, a lot of new faces and that kind of thing.
Oh yes, we enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Now, let me ask you: are most people are more people looking to lose weight or to get more toned, or what are the goals whenever you talk to people who are coming in?
Everyone has different goals. It just depends, and everyone has individual needs too. Someone might have, a bad knee. They've had surgeries on their knees, different things like that. We get a lot of different personalized needs, but most people are coming in. They're just trying to get healthy.
Right.
Is mainly, and they come in and they ask us questions, and most of it's they're just trying to be healthy so they can play with their kids, or they can get up and down the stairs, or different things like that. So
I know when you talk to people, you can kind of help them along with an individualized program, or kind of tell them exactly what they need, like you said, because people do have different needs.
Exactly. We have we've had members that were using walkers, and now they're only using a cane. Things like that, and they're slowly progressing. And this particular member wanted to go from not being able to use not using her walker to using a cane, and then she wanted to be able to just walk on her own. Mm-hmm. So we're just kind of slowly working with her. Everybody has different needs. So
it seems like whenever people start, they want to get into shape. It seems like I know people always say the first step is the toughest, but it seems like actually if you can get through that first month or two, I compare it sometimes to kind of going out in the surf. If you can get past that big wave, then you're kind of in the routine of it. But that's the difficult part of it.
That is the difficult part. That's why a lot of times when people come in, we want to set them up with a routine that's easy to follow, so they don't get confused or just overwhelmed, because it can be overwhelming when you first come in. You don't know what machines to use, or should I use it, or how should I use it, what muscle groups should I be working. They don't really know what to do, so we work really hard at trying to understand what they want, so that we can give that to them. Right.
And I know people can be intimidated. They may say, well, I'm out of shape, and there's going to be a bunch of muscular guys out there, and I don't want to feel bad, but that's there's no reason to do that, because it's about focusing on you.
Exactly. And there's average Joes
all
day long in the gym, so
exactly.
You don't have to be intimidated or anything. And we and a lot of people don't know a lot about nutrition either, and they don't know what they should or shouldn't eat, or what time they should eat it, or so a lot of people skip breakfast, and we try to explain to people that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, because it gets your metabolism started, and not eating Fruit Loops, but eating
something good,
something good for you.
Right.
So yeah.
It's again, we're talking with Erica Gatzmeyer. She's with the 5 Points Anytime Fitness location. Something great that you've got going on next week, and I think this is a great idea to get people in there just to see what you guys have got. Tell folks what's happening next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, we are doing our annual one-day sale. You will get free tanning, a free meal plan, a free exercise program, and a free T-shirt when you join. And to top it all off, we will have no enrollment fee.
Wow. That's a really spectacular deal.
Yes, sir.
So now what times are you open? What are your hours?
We're going to be there Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Gotcha. Now, of course, Anytime Fitness, the name will tell you that you can go and work out anytime if you're a member. So.
Exactly. Once you join, you get a key, and you scan into the front door, and you can come 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
There's mine right there on the keychain. Yeah. So but again, 9 until 9, they'll be there on Wednesday. And when you talk about the free things that you'll get, and it's a great deal. But the meal plan especially, and you mentioned nutrition, because I think maybe like 20, 25 years ago, it was not even really thought of that much, but now it's a real big part of the plan.
Exactly. We tell people, a lot of times people try to cut calories when they're losing weight. And unfortunately, that slows down the metabolism, and you will lose weight at first. But when you start adding back those calories, you start adding back the weight too.
Yeah.
And you can't live off under 1,500 calories. You can't live under 1,500 calories. You just have no energy.
Right.
You're tired. You're exhausted. Things like that. So we try to teach people that as long as you're eating good food, then the calories need to be up there. They need to be high.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can get in the gym and work them off and put them in the right place. So, again, we're talking about doing things the right way. And, Erica, let me ask you, I know when people say, okay, I'm going to get in shape, I'm going to lose weight, part of that is with diets. And I'm not saying that every diet is a bad idea, but you'll see some out there that are just kind of just insane. That, like you said, nobody can follow. You may follow it for 2 weeks, and then you're going to fall off of it, and that doesn't accomplish anything.
Exactly, because they're hard. And we try to teach people that it's more of a lifestyle, so you don't have to do away with the cakes or the cupcakes or things like that, but you just can't eat them every day.
Right.
So when birthday parties roll around, or you have a party at school or business after hours, or anything like that, you can live without putting on 20-30 pounds.
Gotcha.
You can still live and eat at the same time.
Do an extra 20 minutes in the gym. So.
Yeah.
Somebody also joining us today, Ron Jones, personal trainer, who is in the business of getting people in better shape. And Ron, pull that mic around.
Yes, sir.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Outstanding, man. Nice to meet you as well. Nice to meet you as well.
And tell folks a little bit about what you, as a personal trainer, we were just talking with Erica about how really everybody has a different need depending on how old they are, what kind of shape they're in, how long it's been since they've worked out. What do you do when they come to see you and say, okay, Ron, I want to get in better shape? Where do we start?
Okay, you're absolutely right. From all aspects of training, at least, it doesn't matter if you're a collegiate athlete or if you're a third grader or if you're a total newbie to the gym and you're a 35-year-old homemaker. No matter who you are, we are going to, when you first come in, figure out what your goals are. And then from there, figure out how to most efficiently get you there.
Gotcha.
When I say efficient, I mean as far as time goes and also as far as your lifestyle goes. So the biggest thing about that is commitment, like Erica touched on a second ago. If you can't commit to it from henceforth, there's no point in even trying it. With that being said, we delve into your workout routine as well as your actual dieting. When we say dieting, we don't mean dieting by way of restrictive dieting, but just helping you to make healthier choices. So the biggest thing we first do is dispel all the myths. The average American's idea of how to eat is a collaborative of failed diets. Everything from cayenne pepper to all liquid to celery to high protein, low carb, high carb. We have no idea what's going on here. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
To just dispel all those myths here and really show you how to get to it,
I bet you've heard them all.
No, we heard it all, man. I mean, to the point where we laugh and sometimes we're just appalled, you know. Now the case, that's why we're here. I couldn't paint my car, so I would hire a painter to do that for me. I can't get myself in shape, so I hire a trainer to do that for me.
Exactly.
So that's why we're here.
And that's a very good analogy. Now, let me say if somebody comes to you, and we know how busy people are today, they say, Ron, I want to do this, but I simply can't be there every day. I can maybe make it 3 times a week. I mean, can you kind of, factor a plan or come up with a plan to help that person?
Exactly so. Like I said for a split second earlier on, we want it to fit your lifestyle. And we know that you can't come to the gym 5 times a week. However, we do know that there is at least 3 hours in the whole week that you can find to dedicate to the gym. All we ask is at most, give me, let's say, 45 minutes 3 times out of your week. Anything above and beyond your daily anything above and beyond your daily lifestyle is exercise. So we rather that little bit that's above and beyond your daily lifestyle to be maximized.
There you go.
So give us that extra 45 minutes. Of your time. So no need to be in here 5 times a week. That's my job. I'm there 5 days a week. Just give me 3 days.
You look like you're in there 5 times a week. But I guess what you're saying is it really comes down to prioritizing. I mean, if you're, like you said earlier, first thing, if you make it important, something that I've got to do this, then you'll find a way to fit it in.
Exactly. So prioritize yourself. You love your job, but trust me, your job doesn't love you. So you got to prioritize your health. You know what I mean? So if it means your lunch break before you actually go to work, after you go to work, prioritize your health.
Exactly. And that's what I think the beauty is of Anytime Fitness, because literally, no matter what your work schedule is, if you work nights, if you work weekends, whatever, you guys are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. People can come in and get their workout in, and that's again, the advantage of having a plan like that.
Yes, exactly.
So, again, we're speaking with Erica and Ron from Anytime Fitness on the 5 Points location. Once again, this Wednesday, it's always a good time to join, but this Wednesday you will really get, as Ron talking about, maximizing your benefit when you join on Wednesday. Once again, Erica, tell folks exactly what they'll get if they come by on Wednesday.
If you come by Wednesday, we are doing no enrollment fee. You will get a free workout plan, free exercise exercise program, a free meal plan, free T-shirt, and no enrollment fee.
You can't do much better than that.
Oh, not at all.
That's pretty much the whole meal deal. Let me ask you, how often do you guys hear this? It's January the 6th today. I want to get in good shape, but I want to be able to do it by beach weather. I want to be June 1st. I got 5 months. Is that enough time to really, really get me in great shape?
Oh, yeah, we hear it all the time. Yeah.
And you're able to do that? I mean, work out.
We can. We can do it. But it also, you have to meet us in the middle.
Right.
It's a joint effort, so you've got to meet us halfway. You've got to come in, do what we tell you to do, follow the meal plan exactly, and you will yield results. Gotcha.
So you can get out of it what you put into it.
Exactly.
There you go. Well, it's again great advice. I think, like we said, if you can get in there for the first few times and get into your routine and not be intimidated by it, not be going in there. And I know, Ron, you talk about you advise people what to do. Erica mentioned this earlier. A lot of people just are unfamiliar with exactly how the machines work, or even what they need to be working on. I mean, we know people, may have been in high school years ago, played athletics and did bench presses and things like that. But with all the new equipment out that's changed everything, I mean, there's a lot to learn, a lot to know.
Exactly so. And that's why we're here. The gym can be very intimidating. It's a completely new environment. If you pick me up right now and set me in the middle of Antarctica, it's intimidating as well. I don't know this terrain. However, with the guide, it's perfectly fine. It can be transitioned into there to understand what the heck's going on inside of here. To piggyback off what Erica said a second ago, meet us in the middle, and we'll definitely get you there. The sun is a very great goal. It's actually a long-term goal, though. That's like, 3-4 months from now, when we start to pull off some of these clothes. If you take it from a purely scientific stance, it's easy to get done. Healthy fat loss, not just general weight loss. I'm talking about actual fat loss. Let's say it's on the low end, let's just say 2 pounds a week. I said low end, yeah. 2 pounds a week, that's pretty easy, believe it or not. Using science, 2 pounds a week, let's just say 4 weeks inside of a month. Yeah, that's 8 pounds.
Yeah.
So let's do the sun coming out in 3 months. That's 8, 16, 24.
There you go.
24, right?
Yeah, you're right on. 16, math is good.
16, 24. Yeah, so it can be done. This is pure fat loss, though, not muscle mass.
Gotcha.
So believe us, man, we can definitely do it. If you're definitely ready to stay dedicated here, we'll get you there. You won't even go insane in the meantime. We'll make sure it fits your lifestyle. You
won't be cranky because you won't be hungry.
There you go, exactly. And I think just like you mentioned earlier, Ron, you wouldn't invest in the stock market without consulting with a financial expert. You don't start getting your body in better shape without consulting with professionals who know what they're talking about. And that's what they have at Anytime Fitness. Guys, thanks so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Again, next Wednesday, 9 to 9. Is there a phone number they can call if they need to?
229-247-9925.
Easy to remember, and then stop by anytime between 9 and 9 next Wednesday. Or if you're busy that day or going to be out of town, any day is a good day to stop by. And again, you're losing time every day you don't do it. Go by and do it now. And the good folks at Anytime Fitness at the 5 Points location will tell you the right way to do it. We'll take a break and come right back. More of the Chris Beckham Show, brought to you by Valdosta Toyota, right after this on News Talk 105.9. This is WVGA.